Okay, if you want the look of the finest fancy sapphires in the world, we have it for you as our today's special. And I want you to look at how rich and how beautiful and how deeply saturated these colors are. Now, all you've got to decide is, do I want what we're calling small, which is 15/16 of an inch in the length, almost an inch, or do I want large, which is 1.5 inches? Once you decide if you want small or large, do you want sterling silver, or do you want sterling silver with layer upon layer upon layer of gold, real gold over the sterling silver? Your small will be $10 on FlexPay. Your large will be $15 on FlexPay. And I am telling you, prepare to be amazed at the depth of color, the wow factor. And these aren't just hoops, they're inside, outside hoops. So every way that you look at them, you are getting that burst of color. Paul Woods is actually with us. He is our ambassador of luxury. He's been in the business for nearly 30 years. We are delighted to have him. And you know, Paul, like I was saying, if you think about Suzanne and you think about Lynn Murphy and Adam and Helen and I, we all typically gravitate towards different things. Sure. But when we had that meeting with our VP of jewelry, we all saw these and we were like, that's it. That's the one that we want to do. And we all wear them in different ways. It's funny because I ran into Lynn last week. We were getting ready to go to a big host meeting. Lynn and I both had these on. And then Colleen was wearing them back with her fashions. And there you see Suzanne, you see Helen. We were all in love with this earring. And while we all have different lifestyles, I have a very young child. Colleen's kids are off and, you know, gone and doing their own career. And, you know, I mean, so we all have different things that we love to do and love to wear and things we do when we're off the air. But this was an earring that we were all like, okay, this is what we have to do. And so you put it together for us because the biggest trend going, we flip through any magazine, we see all the magic of a rainbow.
With that, we brought you some of those trends to show you because there is no larger trend in the jewelry world right now than what we call rainbow jewelry. And it started on the runway. We're seeing color, lots of color, bright color, and not just one or two at a time, but we're seeing all the colors at one time. It takes me right back to when I was in high school and I would come out of my room dressed for school and Mom would be like, you're gonna wear those things together? Yeah, because they're cool, Mom. And it's back. It's all about color, it's all about that pop, it's all about celebrating it. Now, because it's absolute, they're actually also made in the most spectacular fashion. We actually have a video to show you what goes into crafting this gorgeous earring, which are made exactly the same way that we work with fine jewelry. So you start with a sketch and an idea. That sketch has to turn into a computer program so that we can create the mold. So there's the CAD program that you see, kind of magical. Then the molding process starts. Very technical and kind of boring, but this is how your jewelry starts out. Wax molds, still done by hand. Look at how they have to pry the metal out of the wax by hand. You can't do it. I love this. This is an earring tree. So those molds will get dipped in the sterling silver. There they are. And it turns into earrings. Now the next stage is where they clean them up. And that's done by hand.
And it's meticulous, right?
Each little portion is touched, filed, smoothed down. Then look at the stones. Exactly the same way we cut sapphire. First you cut it, then you shape it. You see how the water, because it's getting really hot, then you heat that stone just slightly and you hold it against a diamond wheel. That's how they actually cut it, against a diamond wheel. There is no guide, there is no computer. The artist does it with their eye. They've done this so many millions of times. They know exactly how to make each stone turn out. Polished by hand, set by hand, and when you touch them, they are snag-free. You know how some earrings are, are hair pullers?
Oh yeah.
These are not hair pullers. They are absolutely snag-free. Why? They're made exactly the same way we'd make them in 18 karat gold. Keep in mind, absolute is always set in noble precious metals. These are sterling silver, 925, and if you opt for the gold cover, they are actually layered with 18 karat gold.
Oh my gosh, but look how pretty they are because they're not just a regular hoop. You see the beauty of the inside of the hoop, which is covered by stones as well. Can you imagine? I mean, we are talking about 4.5 carats on the small, the equivalent of 8.5 carats on the large. So there is a lot to look at. And when you consider the value here too. You think about even just a sterling silver hoop at this price would be amazing, much less individually crafting these and putting these together one by one with all of these beautiful colors. And the colors, there's literally a color that will go back with everything. Now there you see the small, Sue had on the large. I'm gonna show you too, because I want us to get as close as we can.
Oh yeah.
The colors here are magnificent. It literally looks like we have taken the finest blueberry blue sapphires, the richest ruby red, the hottest fuchsia pink sapphire, the podparacha orange, the golden yellow, that fantastic, almost like a golf course grass green color. I mean, it's that beautiful, it almost looks like fake spray painted grass green, fresh cut grass green. And you've got all of those colors. So if you're wearing fuchsia, it works. If you're wearing navy, look how it pops. Okay, we all love that sandy, peachy, we've seen it on the runway, kind of that flesh color. Look at it back with the flesh color. Over 3,000 people have said, I'm gonna do this because I want that earring. When in doubt, I can put it on and it's gonna work for me. Mother's Day is less than a month away. Wouldn't you love to give mom something this spectacular? So every time she wears it, someone will say, oh my goodness, where did you get it? And if you're in doubt whatsoever, but you're saying, I kind of like the idea, get these home and see for yourself. Put them on, and Paul always does this, do a little selfie without them and then put them on and see what a difference maker this is gonna be in your wardrobe. You will be astounded. And you know, the thing is, these are ageless too, Paul, like I was saying for Mother's Day, but be careful, moms, because your daughter's gonna grab these out of your jewelry box.
Well, they are ageless, and it's rare that a trend comes along that touches the hearts and souls of women of every age, but color is that trend. And we don't have rainbow jewelry yet. This is brand new, and you're not gonna see it go away. It's like the invention of the color TV. Once we got color TV, we weren't going back to black and white. Once we got HD, we weren't going back to...
Look at those colors.
Yeah, well, exactly. In fact, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna just play a little game with our model friends.
And you know what, I wanna tell everybody too, we're on Facebook Live. So go to HSN's Facebook, hit live, and you can ask any questions, you can make any comments. I'm gonna try to get my little Facebook Live on my iPad. I am technically challenged, so I can't do it myself, so I'm gonna have somebody make mine work for me. But we would love to hear from you. Part of the beauty of shopping with us live here at HSN is the interaction that we get with you, our customer. Later this hour, because it's customer appreciation, you're gonna be meeting one of our customers. But Paul's gonna show us how this can take any outfit, from an ordinary outfit to extraordinary. Now we only have about 6 minutes left to shop, so I hope you make this decision. I really, really do, because I know you're gonna love it. And Paul, every color of the rainbow simulating the finest sapphires in the world.
Well, you're absolutely right. Now, I'm gonna show you before and after of what this earring will do for your smile, your color, the color of the outfit you chose, and your eyes. Okay, so on one side we have no earring on. Which side? Okay, so just turn that to the camera, and I just want to see, all right, what do we see? You're beautiful, your makeup's done perfectly, your hair is gorgeous, but there's no sparkle. Now turn your head, let's see it with the earring. Bang, look at how it picks up the color in your jacket. Look at how it picks up the color in your blush and in your foundation and your lipstick. Now smile and watch how the entire picture lights up. That's what this earring does for you, but it does it with every single color you put on. It's actually, you put the other ones back on, it's actually the only pair of jewelry that I've ever seen where you could put it on before you get dressed, and whatever you wear will match the jewelry. They're crazy. Well,
absolutely. And Paul, let's talk about, okay, these are not real sapphires, obviously, at $39. No, they're not real. But if they were, it would be crazy.
In my experience, genuine sapphire, this quality and this quantity and set in 18 karat gold would be thousands. Thousands of dollars.
And let's be honest, one of us sitting at this table may or may not be a real blonde. We may not be a real blonde.
I'm trying to think what words I'm allowed to say on TV.
But the point is, these aren't real sapphires, but who knows, right? Who knows if Paul and I are real blondes? Who knows if these are real sapphires? You don't know.
You don't know.
But the great thing is...
If you pull my extensions out, I'm gonna have a fit.
Oh my God, leave it to Paul Woods. Okay, we want to tell everybody we are delighted that you're with us. Nancy, Rosie, Anna, come on in on these beautiful earrings because I feel like you're gonna grab them so often that you say, what in the world did I do before I had them? Don't you feel that way?
Well,
I wanna show them with more colors too.
Do that, and because, okay, does that not take your breath away? What would you call that? Periwinkle,
periwinkle,
violet,
lavender.
But look at how the different stones get drawn out by the color you wear. Now, there's a reason for that. See how instead of just one color of stone followed by another, we actually married the stones together in sort of a color gradation, almost an ombre effect. Gives the eye enough delineation to grab onto and enough pop to grab whatever color you're wearing. You ever see people that have those color changing eyes like hazel, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're green, depending what they wear. That's what these earrings are doing for you too, the exact same thing.
Okay, Paul, we had a question. Let's see. Donna says she wants to see the gold and the silver side by side because she's having a difficult time deciding. Now, I gotta say, in my opinion, and Paul can speak to this as well, I honestly think it's less about the color choice, it's more about the size because this is so stone intensive, you almost don't see the metal. All you're really seeing is the color of the stones. Obviously, if you wear more gold, I would choose gold. If you wear more white jewelry, platinum and white gold, I would choose the silver. But I gotta be honest with you, what I'm seeing as I'm looking at those on the screen, I don't even look at which is gold or silver, I look at the color of the stones.
Well, I think you're right. They are very stone intensive, and the beauty of this setting is that it's designed to showcase the stone and to make sure that the maximum amount of light is coming through each one of the stones. The setting almost disappears, and that's what you want because this is all about the magic of those beautiful sapphire looks that you're getting. Sapphires, frankly, that most of us can't afford.
Or even have a outlet that would have these. I mean, you would have to go to one of the nicest, the finest, the highest end stores in the world to find fancy colors of sapphires like this, realistically.
You're absolutely right. And you would find, particularly in the redder colors and the green colors, that they were often cloudy, had occlusions, flaws and fractures and things, because that's very natural. And to find flawless ones like these are, this is absolute. And I haven't mentioned, but absolute stones are only crafted in 5 manufacturers around the world. Only 5 companies are approved to create absolute stones for us. That's because our standard is so high. There's a reason we've had hundreds and thousands of customer picks over the last 20+ years with absolute. They don't cloud, they don't turn yellow, they don't change color because we cut them by hand, and we have a very, very high standard for them. So when you invest in a pair of absolute simulated sapphire earrings, you're actually investing in the look of genuine, perfect, flawless sapphires. I
mean, they are flawless looking, truly flawless looking. And again, when you open the box, because I remember when we were voting on this as a Today Special, we saw a picture of it. We didn't actually see the earring, and then we had a chance to test drive the earrings in person. I was blown away by how rich and how deep the colors are. So you truly will love them. By the way, Melissa wants to know, are they heavy? Not at all, because it's precious noble metal. When you get into the mystery metals and the fake metals, that's when you get heavy, right?
You're absolutely right. And of course, this is also very stone intensive, so the stones are only the carat weight, which is not so heavy. So in the large size, the carat weight's about 8, is that right?
8.5, and in the small, it is 4.5, and then the size is almost an inch, 15/16 of an inch in the small, and then 1.5 inch in the large. So Paul, I know we have just about a minute remaining to shop. They're super comfortable, and let me show everybody this because you do have, look at this, a design where it is actually gonna click into place. You don't have a back that you have to worry about losing or a back that you have to worry about putting on there and holding it, you know, just perfectly. It clicks into place. You've got that little, you can see the little bridge there in the center. That means they're not gonna fall forward or fall back. They're always gonna be just perfect on your ear. The inside is completely covered with stones as well, which is usually so much more expensive to do. But one day only, instead of that appraised price at $120, that was the lowest appraised price, we're doing these on your charge card for you at $10 to get them home. You always have 30 30 days to look at them. If you're not thrilled, you send them back. But Paul, with our final few seconds, if someone is considering this, what is the reason you would say every lady? We tried to do something universal for our today's special for Host Pick. Every lady should have these.
Because it goes with everything you already own and you don't have these yet. It's just a ready-made choice. You could put these on and wear them for the rest of the year and they look different every day. They
do, with whatever color, look.
It's amazing.
Whatever color you're putting them with, they're transformed. They are transformed. Again, Melissa wants to know how large it is. In a large size, they're 1.5 inches. They do not pull on the ear. And please remember, someone said, are they in silver? They are in precious metal. They're in silver or gold, real gold over sterling silver. I know we're busy. You've got yours if you're on board. And Paul, we will see you back.
Any minute now.
Yeah.
4 o'clock, I think.
Throughout the day, but we're gonna mention to everybody our matching ring and our matching bracelet. So the matching ring and matching bracelet, the bracelet is amazing at $129.95. We have but a couple hundred of these for the whole day. The matching ring, we're doing it at $10.